Who is the most underrated 49er and why is it Richie James?
That's so funny. I mean, the way I look at Richie James is he's a seventh round pick, so he hasn't had many opportunities. Understandable. But when he has had opportunities, he's knocked them out of the park, to mix my metaphors. I mean, he averaged, what, 27 yards per catch last season? Every other time he got the ball on offense, it seemed like he went for 50 yards. Usually, when a player does things like that in a small sample size, he gets rewarded with more opportunities, more touches on offense. And Richie James just hasn't. Dante Pettis was given second chances, third chances, fourth chances. Marquise Goodwin, a lot of guys got targets ahead of Richie James. And now that the 49ers have signed Travis Benjamin, you wonder, is Richie James even in the plans for next season? Is he going to make the team? He really should. If they cut him, that's a mistake. He's going to go to another team and be a sleeper, someone they wish they had kept. So, yeah, I think he's really underrated. They see him as like a returner only, and he's a solid returner, but I think he actually has more potential on offense.
I 100% agree with that. That is the part of the take that I agree with more than anything. He's a fine returner. He's an average return guy. I think he offers a lot more at wide receiver. And when you lost the two slot guys last year in the rookie Jalen Hurd and Trent Taylor, I thought, well, this is when Richie James is going to break out because he seems perfect for that slot role. He's got deep speed, but he's got wiggle underneath. He's tough. He's not worried about going over the middle, and he showed that on a few occasions and had those big plays, as you mentioned, averaging 27 yards per catch on his only 6 catches. And then inexplicably, even when they needed depth at wide receiver, they stopped giving him the ball and working him in on offense. So I would like to see him. I don't care if he holds on to the return job. I want to see him worked in more on offense in training camp. And who knows, maybe it'll be best for James in his career long term if he does get a shot with another team instead, if the Niners don't want to utilize him.
Yeah, it would just be a shame because it seems to me that he and Jimmy Garoppolo have a little bit of chemistry, even though Kyle Shanahan hasn't allowed it to really blossom. I'm mixing metaphors here, but the way I see it is they have a connection in the regular season and in training camp. I don't know how much training camp you saw, but Jimmy Garoppolo, the thing with the deep pass, that was an issue in training camp too. He really doesn't hit it very often. And when he did hit it last year in training camp, it was to Richie James. I just feel like there's something there that Shanahan hasn't explored. Like we've seen that it's just, there is no connection between Jimmy Garoppolo and Dante Pettis. It doesn't exist. They've tried to resuscitate it, bring it to life. They've tried to over and over again force feed Dante Pettis, and it hasn't worked. And the way I look at it is like, enough is enough. He's had enough opportunities. Let's reward Richie James because he's earned it.